Good evening. This is Ned Show. Today, I also would like to provide daily update on foreign workers living in Japan as part of the series to keep you updated on what's happening around in Japan regarding this COVID-19, other job opportunities for these foreign workers. Today's I like to have this. I wonder this information has been become available just recently. So I don't think that many people have been informed of this updating on this particular service. That is that the now the 24-hour around the clock service providing this information in multi languages now available throughout Japan. Actually, this service itself was set up to cope with the rising number of inquiries and the questions regarding this the the specified visa no specified skill visa system, which was introduced into Japan in April 2019. So originally, it was intended to provide these the visa specified skill visa the holders who might have some questions and inquiries about this new system. And this system was central government has set up in each prefecture the sort of window, or I should say counter, which would deal with these inquiries and the questions arising from these the enforcement of new the visa system. And the but actually what happened was that after this following the outbreak of the COVID-19, central government decided to enhance this hours of service from the maybe 8 to 9 hours a day to 24 hours around the clock, so that those who have been fired or laid off by Japanese employers will be able to get some sort of guidance or uh, con- cons- they get counseling from these each prefecturals the specially set up this uh, you know on the counter to deal with this the issues related to this COVID-19. And it's another interesting, no, I shouldn't say interesting, but that's this article was covered in placed in the major national daily, saying that Nepalese man was living in Kanagawa Prefecture, which is right next to Tokyo, has been tested positive for COVID-19. Thus, he was required to ask to quarantine himself, or the to be isolated at the to be admitted for treatment at some special facilities designated for this treatment of COVID-19 patients. But he declined to accept that invitation, mainly because first he thought once he once he was isolated into this or confined to this facility, he would have to write daily report, which was kind of requirement for each patient admitted into this facility, to write about what the the status of this his condition of this symptom, or the COVID-19. And this has to be done in Japanese, which he was not good at. That's the first reason. The secondly is that he thought the facility might not be able to provide the food he wants to have. In other words, this facility might compromise, or I mean, I should say, right, compromise his religious practices. So that's the second reason he was decided to decline this acceptance. And thirdly, he thought this uh, being confined to this special facility would cost him. In other words, he has to pay for that expense to be incurred from this confinement. Although this is not the case, the central government would shoulder everything, all the expenses to be incurred from this quarantine at this particular special facilities, which he was not informed. In other words, there was a lack of communication between this Nepalese man and the Japanese the health center or the public health centers. So you can imagine, and as a result, he ended up uh, having that getting that the his wife and daughter tested positive later for COVID-19 because he went back home to stay and together with his family members. So that's one of the reasons that the Japanese government decided to set up 24-hour, the around the clock, this service, which provide some interpretation and also multi-language services. Now it's they said 24-hour around the clock service covering English, Chinese, Korean, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Vietnamese. So if you are one of those, language speakers, perhaps you can contact nearby, the public regional government offices for inquiries or questions regarding the COVID-19. And also, but the another things, the reason they decided to set up this service is that a lot of people, especially those foreign workers living in Japan, under the visiting here in Japan under the special program sponsored by the Japanese government, tend to conceal their infections out of fear of losing their jobs or facing further discrimination. They don't want to, those people are normally visiting here in Japan after borrowing lots of money from their relatives or the banks or whatever to come to Japan. So they have are responsible and they want to return those, huge amount of money they borrowed from these people. So they cannot go, lose their job and then forced to be forced to return to their country. So in order to be able to stay here in Japan and to make further more money, is that the only option he has. He that just doesn't want to be confined to these places. So, but and so that they don't want to disclose even they got infected with COVID-19. They don't want to tell them frankly, honestly, because that might take the risk of being uh, sent back to their country. So, but of course, there are these concerns also. If you are not good at speaking Japanese, it's not easy for these foreigners to be able to have a consultation with these Japanese uh, public health officials. Now, another the I mean the new aspect of this service is that they provide interpretation service, and not only those the what was that these special what, 5 or 6 no how many are there anyway 2, 4, 8 the foreign languages. Not only that, but if you speak any other language and then you are looking for services related to your own mother tongue, then you may have to pay some sort of service fee. That's another things they decided to provide, although you have to pay for it though. Another fee-based telephone interpretation service that covers less common foreign languages also available now. But one thing is not even that this access to healthcare service improve, it would not solve the problem. That's what the one professor who has been very critical of the system said. That is that as I mentioned, that in those foreigners who are worried, they're concerned about losing their job once their infections is discovered, detected. So that just because the Japanese government decided to provide such, the 24 around the clock service, doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be willing to access this service. The fact of the matter is that they just really worried and risk, losing their jobs. Just for your information, right now, this about 2.89 million foreign nationals lived in Japan as of end of June 2020. And the Chinese lead the pack with 790,000, followed by 440,000 South Koreans and 420,000 Vietnamese. There are also 280,000 Filipinos, as well as 210,000 Brazilians and 100,000 Nepalese and 70,000 Indonesians. So you can see that quite a number of people, foreign workers living in Japan, but yet, as I said, even though that they might be suffering from this COVID-19, they just don't want to come out and then try to seek, the consultation or the service being provided this, Japanese government. So what they have also decided to provide is that this is the website. If you write it down, say New Coronavirus Multi-Language Consultation Center, you can look it up and then find out about, telephone number or something you can contact, or maybe you might be able to email them concerning whatever problems you have. And not only the COVID-19, but also other the worries that including that that you have been out of job or fired or the being suspended, whatever you're facing right now. Another one is that this Uneducated World website on updated information, which is mainly designed to provide the updated information in English, though, on this said COVID-19. So if you access internet, perhaps this is the place where you can check it on the information, updated information regarding this COVID-19. That's about it. Now, the reason I'm providing this information is just because that I'm very concerned about the foreign workers living in Japan, which who are not being able to get updated information, and the the adequate information regarding their worries. And I used to be in charge of helping recruit Filipinos who wants to come to Japan for working. And but this following this outbreak of this COVID-19, I stopped working because I couldn't do anything about it. Japan itself has locked it down, and I'm banned on the entry of foreigners into Japan. And but still a lot of the things going around here, so that's why I decided to update. Provide a daily update on this such concerns. Thank you very much. I hope you'll be able to see you again, maybe tomorrow. If I see, whenever I find this any updated information, I'll do so. On this live streaming to provide this daily input. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye now.